This is how to clean up the sides and back of a haircut like this, where it's longer on top, slicked back a little bit, let's say, but you've got it real short on the sides. And this allows you to keep a clean look, sides and back here, look more like a fresh haircut for just maintenance in between professional haircuts. The first haircut I saw anything close to this was Lee Priest, bodybuilder from the 80s. And I always kind of liked the look of it. And then eventually, as I got older, and it looked like somebody took a gray paintbrush and just went whoosh right across the beard and the hair, this became a new option where it kept the gray down. But in order to do that, you got to keep these sides and back down to the scalp. You don't want to be getting a haircut every week because that gets expensive and takes a lot of time. So this is how I've found to clean these up in between the professional haircuts. It doesn't matter if you have the Lee Priest look, if you've got it kind of just slicked back all the way, if you've got it kind of rolled back in one piece, they all kind of have the same issue where you've got it longer on top and you want to keep the sides clean. So now that I have the basis for what she's been doing cutting my hair, I'm going to try cleaning up the sides myself as I've kind of watched her do it. The first thing I noticed her doing is had some of these clips to clip the long hair up and out of the way. So I picked these up at some hair supply place up the street for $5 to $10, I think. These look fairly elaborate for just a big clip, but okay. And if you look at how the hair gets held up, the long hair, you can kind of see that there's a line right here where this is short and everything above it is long. And it kind of starts, you'll notice the hair has a natural kind of point right here. It seems to start right up at the top. And what you're trying to do is the sides of your head come up straight, and then about here they kind of start rounding off. So the idea is to have that line about where the tangent point would be going up, if that makes sense. That way it's down to the scalp here, but then when it starts getting longer hair, it'll be inside of that line coming back in towards the top. So it's not sticking out so drastically against the scalp surface. Does that make sense? So picture a line up here where the line starts to curve. That's about where you want to be. And if you've been getting your hair cut like I have by somebody who knows what they're doing, then you should have a nice line there. So now what I'm going to do is try to grab the long hair at the top. And for clippers, it's going to work better to have dry hair. Scissors seem to work fine on wet hair. So I want to capture all the long hair so don't screw that up. All right, so you see a line right there. So I don't want to go too far back because very fast that long starts coming back. So I'm going to try to do it just here to start with and work back. And I'm also going to come up, all the way from the beard, all this will be down to the scalp. And when I go up, I'm going to try to go straight and roll up. In other words, I'm not going around it like this, I'm just going straight up. So it'll be just a little bit longer up against there than it is down here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing and catch this first batch of long hair here and do the same thing. Keep your head straight and just go straight up. Get behind the ears a little bit. Obviously, if you have somebody to help you, this would be a lot better. So what if I take the whole back of this, try to clip that. So now I'm going to start down the bottom of the neck and just gently go up a little bit and start inching toward the hairline. Let's try to kind of grab this and see where that's looking. Let's try to get that contained. Now we can kind of see a line right there. There's still some length coming to it, so a few of these are popping out, but I feel like if we get that up close, now maybe if I turn around for this one, it'll be easier to see back there. Biggest thing you're trying to do is get a straight line around this back part that then ideally comes into and connects with the part on the sides. So you can kind of see what I did is just tried to kind of creep up close to that line, and now I want to clean up these two sides here, because the reality when all this long hair is down, it's going to cover your butchered job around that edge, and it'll get better as time goes on, I'm sure. It's just hard to get all that long hair, especially because she left a little bit kind of little shorter around the edges, versus if you can get it to where it's all long and then very short, it makes it a lot easier to separate the two and get that line. Okay, let's try kind of rounding this out. God, these angles are just, I'm gonna run over it and make sure you got it down to the scalp everywhere so it's even. All right, now let me clean it up, see how it looks. All right, just got out of the shower. Just ran the towel through it a little bit. I like to keep the hair fairly wet. You can do a few different things with this. You can put it all back. You can slick it back if you want to and have it all just kind of matted down. If it's more matted and slicked down though, it might show some of the inconsistency you may have gotten in trimming up on the edges. So what I tend to do is use, I think there's things like pomade that are supposed to have more of a greaser look kind of to it. I tend to do something that's got a little bit more body to it. So I just run all the gunk in the hair, move it around, and then I basically just put it back, draw my part, bring it back this way so it's all the long stuff is coming back, bring this over to the side, bring that to the side and back, and then just kind of bring this down a little bit here. And that's sort of how I wear it. But you can see, now we have our clean scalp. And again, it's not gonna be perfect, I'm not a professional, but at least it cleans up the sides and makes it look like more of a fresh haircut for now. So if you only have to go to the barber shop every couple months, let's say, instead, to just get the top thinned out and the length done right, thinned out a little bit, and you can do this in the meantime yourself, save you some time and money to do other things that are more fun. If you haven't done so, please click the link below to subscribe, click the little bell for notifications, and check out the YCC shop to see if there's any merch you might like. Thanks.